Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. So today I am attempting to repot my begonia. So if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you would know that this begonia is my prized begonia and I love it so much. But as you can see, it's looking kind of sad. So the color is kind of fading out of the leaves. It does have some dry leaves here that are just dying off like that. It is in this small little pot for this big huge plant, and even though it is growing new leaves, I just thought that it was time to give this plant a new pot because it does live in my bathroom and it is kind of supported. I will show you a picture of, where it sits in my bathroom, just so you guys can get a image of it. But if you touch it just the wrong way, it will fall over because it is really top heavy and this pot is just too small for it. So I told my husband that I was going to do a video, and he's like, oh, what video are you going to do? And I said, well, I'm going to repot the begonia that's in the bathroom. And he's like, you're going to repot that thing on video? So if you guys are seeing this video, it went good. But we're going to repot this together. I'm going to put the moss poles in the middle. Hopefully I can help stabilize the plant instead of it being attached to these like little bamboo skewers. I'm going to use these moss poles to stabilize the plant. So let me put the moss poles together first, just because this plant, you guys, it is very top heavy, so it does fall very easily. So hopefully it doesn't fall over. So I did get these moss poles on Amazon. I have them, I use them for my tetrasperma. They are climbing up these moss poles. And what I like about these poles is you can use them for smaller plants, and then you can also use them for larger plants because they do have holes here in the top. So let me just get these open, and then we'll stick them together and see how tall they are. With this package that I get, it's two 12-inch moss poles, and then they come with these little like tags that you can name your plants and stick them in there. You guys do that, but I will link these down below because they really do. The only thing I would say is a negative about these is the wooden part here is a little bit thick. So to put this into your plant, like into the soil, it's a lot of wood, but I put them on my tetrasperma that's sitting over there and they're doing fine. So that is how it goes. You can see how, so it's 24 inches. I think it will do okay. And then if you want to buy more, you can also buy more and just keep attaching it as long as you need it to be. So to get started, I am very curious to see what the roots look like on this plant. I will insert a picture of what this plant first looked like when I first bought it at the grocery store, and then what it looks like now. But it is looking super sad, and I'm sure you guys would agree with me. It's just a mess. It's a huge mess. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to take, you know what, let me just take it out of the pot and we'll see what it looks like. All these dead leaves, it's so sad. But are you guys ready? Let's see what it looks like in here. So the roots are there are tons of roots, so that's awesome. As you can see, they were growing out of the bottom of the pot here. The roots on the begonia are super tiny, and this plant, you guys, it really needs to be repotted. So what I think I'm going to do is set it back in here. just for now. And I'm going to start filling up the pot that I'm going to put it in. It's going to go in this pot. So I thought that I like the terracotta pots. It seems to be doing very well in the terracotta pot, so I'm just going to leave it. But this pot's a little bit bigger. Let me grab my soil and I will start filling up this pot. So it's just my standard soil. It's the Ocean Farm perlite. I have some leca balls in here. And I'm just going to start filling this up. Not too much. If you can see, it's probably a couple inches up. And so I'm going to take, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the plant in this pot first, and then I will take all the skewers, bamboo skewers out of it. Let me get some of the soil off the plant first. Yeah, this is really root bound. It's super packed in here. So I'm just going to kind of squeeze this. This poor plant. It was doing really good. It was growing very well up in my bathroom, so I was just leaving it alone. And then one day I started noticing that it wasn't so colorful. The colors were not so vibrant anymore. So I really thought that I needed to repot it. And you guys, this is like pretty much just roots. I'm trying to, you know, dig through it, but it is just pretty much roots. So I don't really want to disturb that. These are what I had in the plant. They're just some long bamboo skewers, and I had them sticking down in the plant with some plant tape on them. Okay. So I have too much soil in here. Just dump a little bit out. All right, I think that looks good. So this plant, I do water it every single Sunday, and it will tell me when it needs water. Like, it totally droops. Like today, it needs water. So I will be watering it after I repot it. I do get that question a lot on my repotting videos. Do I water my plants as soon as I repot them? And I try to answer and just let you guys know that I water them depending if they need it or not. The soil on this one is super dry, and it is drooping a lot. So yes, I will water this one after it's repotted. So I'm just trying to break it up a little bit more in here. But the roots are just, it's just one huge root ball. The roots are just everywhere, which is awesome. But I'm just gonna fill this in. You know what, let me try to put the moss pole in here first before I start filling in the soil. Let me see where I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I'm going to have to break some of the roots just to get it in here because there are so many roots. But I think I'm going to do it back here because there is a lot more room. Okay. And like I said, this moss pole, the bottom of it, the wood part, is a little bit big. But if you have like a big plant like a monstera, or even my tetrasperma does okay with it. And I think it will do okay with this begonia. Okay, so now that the moss pole is in there, I'm going to start filling up the pot. and get that moss pole stabilized before I start taping the begonia to the moss pole. Okay. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. This plant's kind of all over the place, so let me see if I can kind of get it out of the way so you guys can see what I am doing here. So I'm hoping this plant will thank me for repotting it, just giving it some more room to grow and giving it something to be stabilized on other than the bamboo skewers that I have it on now. And it does have a lot of new growth down in here, so that's a good sign. And I just need a little bit more right down here in the front. I mean, this plant is everywhere. I'm just going to put a little bit more soil in here just to make sure that it is stabilized. And then we will start taking these bamboo skewers out of the plant and securing them to the moss pole. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. The plant is kind of big, so it's not easy to get the whole thing in the camera. But, okay, so let's start taping these plants, or velcroing these vines to the moss pole. So I'm going to take the tape off of this one here. I think this one is the longest one on here. And okay. So I'm going to start by putting this one on the moss pole. You guys, I really hope this helps the plant. I love this plant so much, and I hope that it does not die from me repotting it. I'm sure it will be fine, but only time will tell. I will definitely keep you guys updated on this plant, and we'll see how it does. But it will go right back up in my bathroom in its favorite spot, and hopefully it will continue to grow and produce more leaves and just be beautiful like the plant that it is. So that one is the first one on there. I think it looks pretty good. I'm now going to put this one up on, this one has a really thick stalk, and it does have some thick stalks on here. Let's see how we can do this. So this one's kind of curled. Okay, so that one, I'm going to put one down here too on the bottom. All right, so I am going to do my top 5 house plants of January, so stay tuned for that one. That one's coming up. And then also I am going to be doing my my plant haul for January. And I did get a few plants in December that I never showed you guys, so I'll probably show those ones as well on that on the January plant haul. Okay, so I have those two. I'm going to put this on here up a little bit higher. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So this one I'm just going to I'm going to put up here a little bit higher just so that one is stabilized on there. Okay, so far so good. Now I'm just trying to get all these bamboo skewers out of here and all the tape off of the plant, the Velcro. And let's see, this one, so I think that one, okay, so let me get some tape, and I'll start at the top here because this is where, how high I want the tape to go. Let's get this one taped up. So I will definitely keep you guys updated on this plant. Probably, I would say by next month, probably it should be doing a little bit better. So I will let you guys know how it's doing next month. And I'm not trying to put these too tight, just enough to stabilize the plant so it does not fall over. All right, you guys, I think we have 2 more to put up here. This one, I had to take another skewer out, and this one has like a little clip that was holding that skewer on. And I think for this one, so this one is super huge. Like the stalk right here is really big, and these leaves are, you know, pretty new, and so this one's doing pretty good. I think I'm going to put this one, let's see. My camera shut off on me, but I was just putting that one on the top there. So that's how it looks so far. I am going to put another piece of the Velcro in the middle just to secure it, because that was a pretty big stem or vine. So let's just put one more piece around this one here. You guys, the leaves, like, I'm barely touching them and they're just falling off, you know, because they're so wilted and just really soft, and there's pretty much nothing to them. So hopefully this plant recovers. I'm sure it will, but only time will tell. And I did have some questions on one of my repotting videos when I was using this Velcro tape. I did get it on Amazon. I will also link this tape down below. And I do put the soft part, so there's like a kind of like a rough part, and then there's a soft part on the other side, and I do put the soft side around the plant. So I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna put this one in the back here, because it looks pretty full in the front. So I'm going to stick this one back here so it'll kind of even out. It won't be so heavy in the back, or it won't be so heavy in the front, I should say. So let's see, let me get a piece of Velcro. Here's another, I totally missed another vine, so we will have to do that one as well, but let's get this one up here first. Okay, so it's a little bit bare, but I'll just turn this side here, I'll just turn it to the wall, and then this part will go towards the window. All right, you guys, and then this is the last part to put up. And this is the, I'm gonna say this one right here is the longest one on here. I really should have got another, let me see if I have another moss pole. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I did have another moss pole. So I'm just gonna stick this on top. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I will show you the full picture of the plant once it is done. So I'm gonna stick this on here. And then the last one I'm going to tape all the way to the top of this moss pole, or as high up as I can get it. So this, yep, it goes higher than this moss pole. So it is 36 inches. These moss poles are 36 inches, and the begonia is taller than the moss pole. So that tells you how big this begonia grew. From, once again, I will insert what it looked like when I first bought it from the grocery store, just so you guys can see how much of an awesome grower this plant is. Okay, so I got that, and then one more, I'm going to put one more Velcro. I'm sorry you guys can't see the whole entire process, but you kind of get the picture of what I'm doing. I'm just taking these vines and Velcroing them to this moss pole just to stabilize. Okay, you guys, so I finally finished putting the begonia on a moss pole just to stabilize it and help it grow more. It does have some new growth at the top. I will show you pictures of that just because I don't want to tip the plant over and risk it falling and breaking. But I will definitely insert some pictures of what the plant looks like repotted. I will also show you where it sits in my bathroom. It does sit by the only window in the bathroom, and it seems to really enjoy that spot. So, like I said, I do have my top 5 houseplants of January 2020 coming up, probably later this week. And then also I will have my plant haul, January plant haul, plants that I have purchased over probably the end part of December, first part of January. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or you like repotting videos, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I just want to thank everybody so much for watching. And until next time, guys, bye.